Hello everybody and welcome back to Teachers Talk Money, where I help teachers master their money in order to give back to themselves. Today we have my net worth update for May, and I'm super excited for this one. It was a very tumultuous month with my budget and also just with how my investments were doing in the stock market. They've been going up and down a lot. So I just want to remind everybody that this just captures one data point throughout the month, because frankly, by the time this is posted, my numbers will already have changed a lot based on stock market fluctuations and also my ability to put more money into my investments. Specifically, I captured these numbers before I had gotten all of the windfalls of money that I am planning to get throughout the month. I have not physically received all of them yet. So I've already gotten my volleyball coaching stipend at this point, but I have not received my tax refunds. I only know the amount of money that they will be. So a lot of the big changes that I'm going to see in my net worth as a result of getting that really huge tax refund are not going to be reflected until my June net worth update. And of course, the stock market is going to fluctuate a lot in between now and then as well. So just something to be aware of. These are always just capturing one day throughout the month of my net worth changes. So that being said, let's get into all of my different accounts and see what my net worth is as of this day of May 2021. The first account I want to talk about is my Roth IRA. So this is currently valued at $14,297, which is up $515 from last month. Now, that being said, at this point, I've already contributed $685 to it out of my JV volleyball coaching stipend. So while the value of the account has gone up, it has actually passively lost value by $170. And once again, I am about to invest quite a bit more into it once I receive my tax refund. Now let's talk about my 457. This is my employer-sponsored retirement plan where 15% of all of my paychecks automatically gets invested. Right now, this is valued at $10,334, and this is up $942 from last month. However, I have contributed more than that this month. So since I last checked in with my net worth, I have invested $720 from my regular paychecks and some money on top of that from the JV Girls coaching stipend, because that is given to me on my paychecks as well, which means that 15% of that amount is also invested into my 457. And so while it has increased by over $900, it has actually passively decreased by $7 this month. Which brings us to my pension, which is also has a certain amount of money invested. I think it's also 15% invested right out of my paychecks every single month. And as I've talked about before in like pretty much every net worth video, I only track my contributions to this because those are all I am guaranteed should I leave teaching or leave my district early, which is something I'm planning to do in early retirement. So the current value of my pension is $10,235, which is up $359 from last month because that is what I have invested through my salary. Then we have my supplemental pension, which does not update again until June, and for this one as well, I'm only tracking the contributions. And this is steadily staying at $514 until June, when I'll see how much it increased over the entire year of the 2020 to 2021 school year. And that brings us to my emergency fund, which is valued at $5,032, and it is up $1 from last month, so some sweet, sweet interest right there. And then finally we have all of my other savings. So this includes all of my sinking funds, my summer money fund, my education fund, my car fund, my gift fund, my travel fund, all of that good stuff. And this is up $275 from last month. The main reason that this didn't increase by more, because I have deposited quite a bit this month to all of these different accounts. However, I think I spent a lot on grad school classes, so it's kind of factoring in all the deposits I've made and all the withdrawals I have made in order to pay for those things that the sinking funds are meant for. So now let's take a look at all the totals together. All in all, my total net worth for May 2021 is $51,839, which is pretty exciting that I have finally passed that 50K milestone. The monthly change was $2,059, and for the year it has increased by $15,674. That, I think, is the number that gets me the most excited, because for all of 2020, my net worth increased by about 20K. So the fact that I'm already at 15K for the year and we're still in the first half of the year makes me pretty hopeful for the increased growth I can see this year, especially considering that my investments actually passively lost money. Which brings us to our next slide, which is the passive income report. So this is where I am cataloging each and every month how much my investments passively earn or passively decrease. So far, I had some gains in January, a really big gain in February, I lost a little bit in March, gained a good chunk in February, and then this month, once again, lost about $177 between my 457B and my Roth IRA, which you guys saw on the previous slides. So all in all, the year-to-date passive change is still $1,664. I like to think of this as the raise that I've been able to give myself through consistently investing over time. And so far this year, I've already been able to give myself over a $1,600 raise. This is due to investing early on, consistently investing, and not taking out my money when my investments lose value like they did this month and back in March as well. I'm really excited to be capturing these numbers specifically because I'm really excited to see how much passive income I can get this year and then in the next year and the year after that, because as we know, when you earn interest on these investments, that interest starts to earn its own interest as well. So theoretically, the rate of growth will continue to increase and increase. And really quickly, I'll show you guys my graph for this month, which has my entire net worth change since I started consistently tracking back in September 2019. I love looking at this because it's great to see that it's increasing and that the rate that it is increasing is also speeding up. And you can of course see my dip from the last summer, which we are about to see again, because as we're heading into the summer months, I will start living off of my summer savings versus income that I am actively bringing in. So we are about to see another dip once we get into July and August. But until then, I'm just gonna ride the growth for May and June, and we'll see how much it's impacted when we actually get into those months. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for my May net worth update. I love having this time to check in on all my numbers and getting to share it with you all. Have an amazing rest of your day, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!